So I'm talking podcast, and we've covered in episode 1, introduction and point of view. And then episode 2, we talked about finding your authentic voice. This is episode 3. I mentioned in the early conversations that when it comes to finding your point of view, some people aren't their authentic selves. They're their character. There's a character, right? When I think of that, you look at a Howard Stern. Howard Stern, his actual point of view, his person, his authentic self is probably an introverted, shy, quiet guy. But his personality on the radio, of course, was Howard Stern, outrageous, will say anything, right? Then you have people like Malcolm Gladwell, who is a writer, is an intellect, he's a deep thinker, he's a connector. And Malcolm Gladwell, I believe, his brand, his podcast, the content he creates is really a reflection of who he is. And so coming to that conclusion that's going to be on you, that's going to be on you. Charlemagne the God by name alone tells you a lot. That seems like something bigger than life. That seems like not a regular guy. I think some people their podcast persona ends up being a mixture of both things. When you listen to Mace and Cam, when you listen to Unc and Ocho, and of course Shannon Sharp, when you listen to Angela Yee, I think you see a mixture. Little bit of personality added on top of their regular personality, right? Their essence of who they are. So again, that's something you need to think of as you are starting to think about putting together your podcast. And only you can answer that question. Only you can answer that question.